What up, FTCs? Back like we never left. Back with another Smackdown episode, coming in with May 23rd episode.
And guys, it's Tippy time. Starting off the show, she's going to talk to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair about the Money in the Bank match.
Pretty much telling all the women who are part of the women's Money in the Bank that they're not good enough to beat Tippy time.
Even with the briefcase.
That's pretty much what's going on. Saying last year about this time, she was standing in the same spot they're standing in. There's nobody that can take her off her pedestal. It leads in pretty much to the first match of the night, which we get is another Money in the Bank qualifying match with Giulia, Zelina Vega, and Charlotte Flair. And Devin, it was crazy because instead of Charlotte Flair or Zelina Vega winning, Giulia wins. She qualifies and goes to Money in the Bank. What do you think about that?
I'm not a hater. I don't hate the decision, but I do find it funny that they are allowing the women's U.S. champion to be pinned by someone who just come up from NXT. You know what I mean?
Hey, I see why they did it though. Back to the back of the roster, Charlotte. You gotta get back in the back of the line. You gotta start over, and you gotta figure your crap out because it's not working just saying I'm the queen and demanding matches. It doesn't work that way apparently. So there's that too.
Then after that, we had Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre just doing a little bit of feud building. They're getting people, this is what you're going to see at Saturday Night Main Event.
Pretty much Damian tells Drew McIntyre to knuckle up, and then like they get into like a couple little brawls and stuff throughout the show, different time frames and stuff. But then like there's this one point in time where like Damian he was on his way out to the ring to address everything, right? And they start fighting again. He gets in the ring, pretty much tells Drew that like he better be ready for tomorrow because like he's sick of him coming out of nowhere, always jumping him and all that. So I mean, it pretty much like this is either gonna be like one of the things that sets this rivalry like over, or it's gonna be done with. That's one of the two things I think is gonna happen with this steel cage match. Where could they go from here? I feel like maybe a Hell in a Cell, Iron Man match, something like
Still
that.
King of the Ring.
Yeah, there's a lot that could come from Damian and the Drew rivalry. I really like it. I don't see it ending. No. But next up, we had tag action. We had Michin and Be Fabulous defeating Piper Niven and Alba Fire, the Secret Harvest. And me, I'm just wondering, like, what does this do for the Secret Harvest?
Yeah, I thought this match was a little bit crazy. I don't care about B-Fab. I'm sorry.
If you say it Be Fabulous, it sounds better.
A little better, I guess. Michin, she's all right, and the Secret Harvest, they're okay. It's like this is just a match, I guess. It's like just take a little break. We got to bring it down so we can bring it back up, kind of thing.
I guess so. And Michin and B-Fab, they've been trying to be a little team the last couple weeks. Like standing up to like Piper Niven and all them. So like, maybe they're trying to give them a women's tag push. Like I'd like to see where it goes, but as of right now, I don't see B-Fab and Michin becoming women's
not
tag
even
champions.
close, bro.
Nothing.
Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo defeat Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix.
Hey, and that's crazy to me because like them two don't even like each other. They addressed that before they went out there and everything. We don't like each other. You're not blood. You're not family. I don't want nothing to do with you. And then they go out and have a tag team match that was actually a banger, bro. And like, to me, it's just like the Bloodlines this new Bloodlines obviously more or less ran by Jacob Fatu through Solo. You see what I'm saying? And like, to me, JC Mateo just really doesn't fit. That's why I feel like they kind of took away Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, like they didn't really need them guys there. You know what I mean?
JC Mateo is very short. I didn't notice it until this episode of SmackDown where he was standing next to Solo and Jacob. He's pretty short.
It's crazy because like I love his finisher move. His
Tour of the
finisher
Islands
move
is great.
Is phenomenal, but like you got to be more than a finisher move and a guy that just stands there. You know what I mean? Like even when Solo was the guy that just kind of stood there and never talked, he had more aura than JC Mateo. So I need more from him. If he's gonna be this guy they can just bring in like that, I need to see him be like that.
When Jacob Fatu showed up, bro, he immediately had flavor and personality and everything. JC Mateo, is not coming in as hard as Jacob Fatu did.
But I will admit, we finally got the original "I love you Solo" out of Jacob, but it didn't have the same meaning out.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't. Next up, though, R-Truth dog walks John Cena in a promo. Pretty much tells him that if he wins at Saturday Night Main Event, they riot. Which I'm pretty sure that's just a R-Trizzle thing. I don't think everybody's doing that, but
It's like a Last Stand like kind of reference.
I could have swore they said that John Cena was going to be on SmackDown, and I was waiting the whole episode to see
I
him.
heard that too.
And I was like, R-Truth's out here, cutting a promo. I'm like, here comes John Cena any second now. Because, like, R-Truth didn't just cut one of the little, usual, casual, goofy promos. Like, he actually cut a good promo. And, like, he called a lot of things out about John Cena that all of us, even the FTCs, me and you, been wondering. And then, like, I'm like, okay, well, here he comes. And I guess just because that's what we thought, that's why we didn't get John Cena. But we're going into Saturday Night Main Event, and we haven't heard nothing from John Cena. All we know is that he AA'd R-Truth onto a table at the post show. It wasn't even on TV. And now the only person that said anything is R-Truth. I feel like that's kind of weird, him being the main champion and everything. Like that's losing a lot of prestige towards that title, bro.
R-Truth said he's gonna beat the ever-loving hustle, loyalty, and respect back into John Cena. And so I remember when John was facing Randy at Backlash, and it looked like he was having regrets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was like, that. I don't know if I should have did this. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's going to come into play against R-Truth.
And meaning that it's not a title match, I feel like anything could happen. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, whoever has next on Cena is going to take part in this match towards the end, probably. Because nobody wants to see R-Truth lose, right? John Cena's a bad guy right now. So somebody that we want to see face John Cena is just going to either try to help R-Truth win, or that's going to cause something with John Cena and whoever this person is. I want to call CM Punk, but I don't want to. Because that, I don't know if R-Truth and CM Punk's the right...
R-Truth was the guy who put John Cena through a table before CM Punk come out to cut the pipe bomb.
And that is why I'm thinking in theory it might be leading up into that, because they used R-Truth to all right, well, back in the day they did R-Truth versus John Cena for the spinner belt, and right after that it was CM Punk and John Cena. That's what I think they're trying to kind of give us, hey, just wait, something good's coming, you know what I mean? But R-Truth did cut a really good promo. I was impressed. I was proud of him on that. I was like, hell yeah, that's how you do it.
After that, we have another Money in the Bank qualifying match. We have LA Knight, we have Aleister Black, and we have Shinsuke Nakamura.
Hey, I think out of all three of these guys, LA Knight probably needed it the most. Because I remember last year this time, dude, me and you almost called LA Knight to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. He was like the hottest guy besides Jey Uso. Okay, you think of... Since last year, what has he done? He's been U.S. champion twice. He's, he did really good in the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? If you take all that, bro, and go into now, I think he might be one of the best guys to, safely call a win. Nobody'd be disappointed in it, And, they got LA Knight in there. They got Solo in there. LA Knight's been stuck in the bloodline thing this whole time. Who's to say he don't win the briefcase? Because... you still got all this JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu crap going on the outside too.
LA Knight needed the win. I thought Aleister Black was gonna qualify though.
That is what I thought too. I also thought Aleister Black was gonna win, because I was like, there ain't no way Shinsuke's winning. They wouldn't have dropped the U.S. title off of him if they wanted him. They would have had him, go be in the Money in the Bank as the U.S. champion or something, just to be a filler or whatever. They needed LA Knight though, because like I said, Solo's already in it. And then, Jacob Fatu's finna qualify next week or whatever. He'll probably win his match as long as it goes the way we think we want it to. That means that LA Knight will be in the same match with Solo and Jacob Fatu. So, he's gonna have some odds against him stacked regardless. So that's good storytelling.
But in the main event, we had a tag team title match. It was the Street Profits versus Fraxium.
Hey, Them Street Profits wanted to smoke though. They wasn't gonna just like stand down to the fact that Fraxium beat them once before. You know, like that. It didn't look like, you know, they missed anything or left off. Like they picked up right where they left off pretty much, and I like that because the way this match ended, you know, like ending in no DQ with the Wyatt Six returning. Like I like the Wyatt Six. I love the Wyatt Six, but like I really wanted to know who was gonna win that match. And now it makes me feel like, you know, next time we see Profits versus Fraxium, we have to have something like crazy, like a 2 out of 3 falls.
That was a genuine banger. I'm a little upset that it got interrupted, but like you said, the Wyatt Six is cool. And the way that, I mean, pretty much the whole SmackDown tag team roster was out there. I mean, they're setting up something big.
I think like maybe the way it looked, like probably not Uncle Howdy, but I feel like maybe like Dexter Loomis and the other guy, I'm not really sure like too familiar with him. I think Joe Gacy,
I believe so.
I feel like them two guys will probably go for the tag titles, and then they'll have like either Eric Rowe or Uncle Howdy go for like probably the U.S. title. That's what I see going. And if not, they'll just keep focused on the tag division, because I mean, you gotta think Miz is in the tag division. They got former beef with him and stuff. So I'm here to see what happens with the Wyatt Six. I'm just a little disappointed that Fraxium and the Street Profits match ended.
A genuine banger, though. Can't complain about that main event.
But hey, that's SmackDown's episode, guys. As far as this goes right now, you know, like we've been working on the podcast. We want everybody to like, share, comment. This Panini thing's coming around. Make sure y'all stick around for that. We're gonna spin a real wheel and you're gonna win something.
Guys, don't miss out. Make sure to ring the bell and stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening. And that's about it for this episode.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
As for the fan connection, we're out of here.